Hey, this is Alan with GameLark Remixes. As many of you already know, there's an upcoming album called Multiplayer 2 Co-op, featuring 26 songs from over 50 artists in the VGM community. I got a chance to ask a few of the artists on the upcoming album about their experience with Multiplayer 2. Here's what they had to say.
Hey, my name is Ro, or Swiggles1987, and I'm the co-founder and director of Multiplayer 2 Co-op and a video game guitarist.
Hi, this is AH Music, and I'll be answering some questions about Multiplayer album right now.
Hey, this is Insane in the Rain Music, and I make jazz covers of video game songs.
Hi, my name is Billy. I run a YouTube channel under the name Billy the Bard 11th, where I upload cover videos that are generally towards the heavier and more progressive side of things, but there's some lighter things than that.
Hey guys, Sir Lionel of Gam with GameLark asks, answering questions about Multiplayer 2. It's 3 a.m. I'm really tired. I want to get this over with.
First of all, I'm a really big fan of Danny B's stuff. And it's just because he's simply awesome. I freaking love his composition style. I find it really inspiring, and it's just a style that I've been wanting to approach for a long time. Now that I had this opportunity of having these amazing musicians and I could make this happen, I just couldn't pass this opportunity.
I actually had a pretty difficult time choosing a song, but I knew I wanted to choose something that was very iconic in the VGM genre. I also wanted to be able to write a really complex arrangement of the song, because that's been something that I try to do with all my YouTube stuff. I'm not going to say which specific song I chose, but in the end I did find a song with enough potential to write a pretty crazy arrangement that in which I can incorporate as many people as possible on it.
My song is Midna's Theme from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I chose this song because I had a lot of inspiration from bands like Animals as Leaders and Tesseract, and I basically came up with the idea just from making up guitar riffs to go with it. And I wanted to do something a little more somber and serious this time instead of something playful.
The two songs I picked were What I'm Made Of from Sonic Heroes and The Farthest Land from Shadow of the Colossus. I picked What I'm Made Of because I wanted to hear Jonathan Young sing Crush 40. The Farthest Land, it was more like, for that one, that song's very like folk style. It's not really what I do. It's very outside that realm, so I wanted to take it on and see if I could kind of capture the feeling of that track while still staying true to it and not kind of tampering with it too much. And I hope I did that.
The reason why I picked Sun's song is because not only is it a really cool melody, but it's 7 seconds long, I believe, and with so little to work with originally, the sky is really the limit to what you can do with the arrangement, and really lends itself well to add stuff and, modify little things.
Jonathan Young's working with me on What I'm Made Of, and I wanted to collaborate with him because he's Jonathan Young. There. Question over. But the other one, for The Farthest Land, I had Thunder Scott, Swiggles, and Kristen help out. The reason why why they did is because I posted in the Facebook group that, the song I was planning on originally doing a song with Preki, but due to licensing issues, we couldn't do it, and Preki couldn't find the time to come up with another song. So I posted, hey, I want to do this song. Can anybody help me out? And they all offered their talents, and it was freaking awesome. It was incredible, and I'm so glad they did it.
The person that I'm collaborating with on this cover is Swiggles1987, also known as Ro. And the reason why he's on there really is because I won a contest that he was hosting called the Level Up Challenge, and one of the prizes was a guest solo on a song that I'm working on. Unfortunately, Ro is the only one who's playing on the cover except for me, and that's just a solo, so it's mostly me, which is sad. I would have liked to have more people, but I was a bit slow thinking up parts that they could play, and now everybody sort of found a partner already.
I chose my collaborators due to pretty much just sheer instrumentation needs. I wanted to emulate the ensemble named Snarky Puppy. Snarky Puppy is a group that plays really, really good fusion jazz / world music, and I wanted to get a bunch of different people, wind players, rhythm section players, and everybody else from between those two parts that could help me create that, or at least try to replicate that very unique sound that I get. So I have a bunch of people involved with my project, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to be able to nail that style that I'm going for.
After I came up with a good arrangement for some sort of progressive, groove-oriented metal song, it became really obvious that I would love to have a guitar solo from Richard E.B., as well as getting a huge 16-part vocal section with one of my closest friends, Terrace Music, and it just naturally sort of fit the genre and the style.
Well, as for my collaborators, I got first of all my beautiful Billy DeBar he's just always there for me. He's an amazing musician. This guy, he's an amazing bass player, amazing drummer, amazing everything. He helped me out with the bass track and also with some guitar parts. And he's just beautiful. I have a lot of experience doing collaborations with him, and that's just why I chose him. And I also pick up some classmates from my school. There's this guy who is an awesome guitar player. His name is Mangus, and he helped me out with the fucking insane intro that he just came up with. And I also found this other guy who makes like EDM stuff, and I wanted, oh shit, I could make like an EDM type of breakdown and some part of the song. And I had this guy come over, and we figured out some cool things. And his name is Kieran, by the way. He's another classmate of mine. And it was pretty cool because I could get in touch with some more people in my school.
Halo 2, I think. I never owned the game because I never owned an Xbox. But I do remember going to my friends' houses a lot as a kid and playing Halo 2 and Halo 3 as well. You know, trying to beat the game at legendary difficulty and stuff like that. A lot of fun memories.
I think one of my favorite co-op games of all time is Left 4 Dead 2. It's just such an easy game to get people involved in. There's a lot of teamwork, but you can also be a terrible teammate. So all of my favorite co-op memories come from it. At
this point in time, I'm not really much of a gamer. I'm not really playing with I don't really play games that much, and I don't really play that many games with other people right now. But from what I've seen, the game Speedrunners is actually really great. It can get pretty crazy and hectic, especially when the first person dies and the whole screen just starts getting closer and closer. I could also say Minecraft. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying it, but it's not really for the fact that it's a co-op game, or the sandbox aspect. It's just like the sheer atmosphere that's created when you turn on the music and you can listen to C418's really ambient synth stuff. It creates a really, really cool atmosphere that I don't think is present in many other games.
As for my favorite game, I would say Castle Crashers. It just never fails to be fun with friends. Never.
Co-op games need other people to play it.
My top two, I had to narrow it down to top two, I couldn't do just one. My first one is Determino VG-Band's arrangement of Vampire Killer from Castlevania. I'm a huge sucker for fusion jazz in a way, and so I think that their arrangement was really nice and really solid and really groovy, and they nailed everything, and I think it really shows, especially how their rhythm section is really, really good at playing together. The second one is Chris Rigby's take on Zelda's Lullaby, I think it is. He did a very intricate jazz piano arrangement featuring a lot of different styles, and I always try to incorporate a lot of different styles and different styles of arranging my music, and so he just basically took a lot of the stuff that I did and put it in a really long medley that goes together. So he did a great job.
I have two, and they go with Jay Parecki's Shion's theme and End's Realm, The Other Promise. The reason why I like those two so much, they're Kingdom Hearts songs, and I love Kingdom Hearts to death. And they both kind of captured different emotion in their own unique way, and it was awesome.
My favorite song from Multiplayer 1 is Dragon Palace by Kristen Negus. I mean, there were a ton of other epic pieces, but that one just stood out to me. It was like, epic.
I would say that my favorite track was Uncharted Worlds from Mass Effect. That this guy, Richard B, he came up with this amazing arrangement. It's such a fucking cool progressive metal technical type of thing that I'm really into. It's like having Between the Beauty and Me meeting video game music, something like that. And it's something that I really enjoy. I'm really into it. And that's why I freaking love this arrangement that he came up with.
That is a tough question, but one of my favorites is Uncharted Worlds from Mass Effect by Richard E.B. It was the first one done, and it just had this beautiful array of spaciness to it. I also really enjoyed Tetramino's Vampire Killer. It was really good too. You can look forward to Multiplayer 2 Co-op hitting your online retailers at iTunes, Louder FM, Amazon, and all sorts of more. Towards August 15, there's going to be at least 25 amazing video game tracks from Nintendo games, Sony games, Microsoft games, all of them featuring another person, and the theme being a powerful collaborative experience that you've never heard before. All money goes to Child Play Charity, which buys books and games for children across Miracle Network. So all your contribution really means a lot to the world and to your fellow video game community. Thanks.
So hopefully these answers have raised your interest in what was already going to be a great album. And as a special bonus, I'm going to be giving away one free copy of the album when it comes out to the first person who can answer the following question. If you watched the interview I had with Swiggles RP about the first Multiplayer album, he mentions where he specifically came up with the idea for a charity album. What gave him that inspiration? If you are the first person to answer that, I will be giving you a free copy of the album. Good luck, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.
There, I answered your questions. Can I go to bed now? Ugh. I hate you.